Good evening. Sorry, I double-clicked the mute for my mic instead of single-clicking it, so it unmuted and immediately muted back again. So, um, yeah. In the background here, fucking things. Yeah, in the background here, we've got Vintage Watercolors stream up. And yeah, unfortunately, it's so blown out you can't see the QR code in the bottom left. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to be continuing Turnabout Goodbyes in Phoenix Wright tonight. Ducky, thank you for coming to stream. I know we were just hanging out in Kirsty's voice chat. But yeah. At any rate, um, yeah, I've been wanting to come back to stream, which I know is a weird thing because I just streamed on Saturday, but I've been feeling all right lately, so let's maybe we let the song finish up because it's only got just over a minute left, and it's My Chem, and we love My Chem. You know, got to do the millennial heart, you know, or the little K-pop heart, I guess. I don't know. I won't do the Gen Z heart because it looks like I'm throwing gang signs, and that's not going to happen. But yeah, you are EP. I get that, and I appreciate it so much, Ducky. Thank you. And yeah, it's kind of funny that me and Vintage Watercolors decided to go live at the same time tonight. But I got to use my screen back there to to show Tira's stream. Yay, the ducky hearts. Love it. Oh, it's got a wink too. There we go. I'm just now seeing it like larger and seeing that it is duck wink. All right. And there goes the my chem. I don't know what song is going to play next, but that's all right. Oh, got to there we go. And unmute that. Okay, turn up my audio on my headset. All right. Last time, I stopped right in the middle of the investigation because of bitrate issues. Hopefully, we don't have those tonight. Cancel. I think we've already talked to Larry about everything we can. I'm going to... I don't think I can present anything on this. What's this? You know, my eyes have been getting pretty bad lately, Nick. Actually, the photo's blurry, Larry. It was taken last night. Last night? Wonder if I can get him to talk more. No, I don't know much about... Okay, yep. Alright, go to the boat rental shop. Nope. Go back and... I think she left? Yeah, she left. So let's go back to... the entrance. And then to the... detention center or the criminal affairs? Let's go to criminal affairs. Hey, that was the right one. Not a gumshoe in sight. If you're looking for Detective Gumshoe, he's in the questioning room. Apparently an important witness turned up. He'll be in there a while. A lot of heart. It has to be. Uh-oh. Alright. Go to the detention center. Nope. Go back to the law offices. What is it? Oh, nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at that office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Sis. That office? Grossberg. Wait. You mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake. Alright, let's jump in here. He still hasn't gotten that painting back from Red White, Blue Corp. That old familiar clearing of the throat. You're Mia's something, are you not? I was her understudy, yes, Phoenix Wright. And you're Mia's something too, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know? Oh, got some follows. Thank you, Mr. Fretful. And Keleth. Thank you. It takes me back. The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, sir. Hmm? Yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it, then? Something the matter? There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard? I just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news indeed. I guess he hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting? We know what happened to that painting. Oh yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old, bitter desserts. Alright. Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Did you remember? He was a lawyer here in my office. That's Hammond, Robert Hammond. Mr. Hammond? And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot? So this is the moment the crime took place, eh? Yes. You can't really say for sure that's Edgeworth. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure at all. I wonder if he's going to say anything about this. My apologies. I'm not sure I can help you with that. More dialogue about Robert Hammond. Who is this Hammond guy, anyway? Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes, the DL6 incident. DL6? Why does that sound so familiar? Perhaps you remember. I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used a spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium Misty Fey, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. Oh. No batteries. The DL6 incident, yes. Happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught the criminal, right? Correct. Misty Fey used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent. And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg? Yes, quite. Thank you. No, please, don't mention it. DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, what does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? His father? If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait. This is a photograph of my mother. Misty Faye's photo added to the court record. I'm gonna present you the photo. Misty Faye, mother of Mia and Maya Faye. Show this photograph to Miles Edgeworth. He'll have something to say to you then. Alright, well, let's see if we can. There we go. While this is going, I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to grab batteries from my vape. Sorry about that, leaving it all silent and everything. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Music going, those will need to be charged. You're good like that. There we go. It's gonna lead right out of the gate with the photo. Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited, yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, right? You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know. But I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer it to the best of my abilities. Alright, here we go. One dialogue choice, the DL6 incident. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. Yes, it is. In any case, a suspect was arrested. A man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder. Correct. That spirit medium, that was my mom. What? You mean you're... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now this. About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th. Yeah, today is December 25th in-game. December 28th. The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitations runs out, legally the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed forever. What happened to the suspect, the one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps. I'd rather not talk about it. Sorry, I can't think of anything I want to say about that. Let's see if he says, who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Wright, it pains me to ask you this now. I know you want us to defend you. Yes. Will you? Of course, I could have guessed this day would come. Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind, I guess you don't really need to know. Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Boom. Got it. Well, I guess we should... What's that? Earthquake! Nick! It's a big one! Ah, it's calming down. Oh, that was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Right. We have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. Alright, go in here. What's going on here? What's wrong, Detective? This wild lady comes in here just a while ago, says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal? Lot of heart. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence, pal? No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No, sir. Look what I got. Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow, then. Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried. Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm going to check on him. You two eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later. I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Alright, now we get to trial. These trial days, I believe, are fairly difficult. Alright. We're about to surpass my first save file. Karma. That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So, was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty. What a creep. Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you two whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? Call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident, now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m. Sorry. We heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Got the map. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. Jesus. Von Karma's hard. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people. There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping. A lot of heart. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. It's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, Detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now! Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. A 22? Wow, yeah, it would have to be a shot to the heart. Like, if a single shot from a 22 killed him that fast. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? Pistol. Detective Gumshoe? That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order, order. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick? What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. Kind of. It's quite accurate. Kind of. Indeed. This leads one to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Yeah, Von Karma is a nightmare of a prosecutor. Later on in the case, if you make any minor slip up at all, you get penalized a lot. It's insane. And this is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I'm somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge. Yes. What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now. But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. This court will take a 10-minute recess. You can game over in this game, for sure. Who's running this court anyway? Yeah, any guilty verdict is a game over if you get penalized too many times. It's like a life bar, almost. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya? Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh. Sorry, it's no good. Ugh. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. You know what else is bad for hearts? Getting a .22 caliber bullet in it. Weird. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Southern girl. Lotta Hart, you're a recent research student at a university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Let's see what happened here. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out at the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge. She happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order, order. I will have order. Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant... no? Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. Cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick? Contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? I mean, I have to try, right? I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him off. I'm gonna look at the court record. Fired 3 times. Didn't you say she heard 2 shots? Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. That's fine. I was in my car. It's fine. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Here, I'm gonna start pressing everything and see what happens. Go back to the beginning. Just after midnight, you say. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really? I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Okay, so this hasn't gotten brutal yet. Because, yeah, you see in the upper right-hand corner that blue bar that slid in? That's your, fucking stamina, call it. And if that goes to 0, you get held in contempt and lose. Why were you camping there, anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Well, wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. When I looked out the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the 2 men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men. Yeah, well, of course. No. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... There it is. Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained! Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. Hi, Azzy, welcome in. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick, Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Uh-oh. Who was it? It was me. Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Judge. Declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. Wait, I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order! 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 Oh, a lot of order. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey. You will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Maya? I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. Well, he is a villain. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here, or else. Begin your cross-examination. Ugh. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta present the photo, right? Yeah, that's gotta be it. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Okay, that was correct. Fuck, that was correct. Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Oh, Edgeworth was seen. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You used binoculars. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. No, they don't. I'm just gonna press her on everything. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types that never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Oh no! Roasted by the judge. Nobody loves me. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yes. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. What a douchebag. Love his fashion sense, though. Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. Hey, Vix. No unnecessary comments, please. I didn't mean to press. God damn it. Sorry, I have to go through all this dialogue again. Meant to go to evidence. Right. There. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. There it is. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well, then what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph? What's this, a newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? See, you proved that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. It's either the camera or the article again. Yeah, see the flashing red on 2 segments of that stamina bar? That is... Yeah, it's broken into... What is that? 2, 4, 6, 10? What is proof the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster? The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try to take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Fuck, dude, that's your witness. Hey! But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change, it has to. And I'm going to spot it. Okay, let's see here. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Don Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright? If there is no problem with this, or with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Jesus. Yeah, this is high stakes. Alright, I'm gonna be looking... Okay. Check the map. Yeah, that's about what I expected. The autopsy says sometime on the 24th or 25th. I would imagine that they can't really pin down a time, an exact time, because the body went into cold water and was found the following morning. No, sometime on the 24th or 25th, and that was on the 25th at 12:15 a.m. So, I mean, that's not a contradiction there. There's got to be... I've got to press on things and figure it out. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. An investigative photographer. Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year, and guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object? A UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news' Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep, so how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. That's a lie. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know, she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. Kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? I know the party popper, right? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. I'm gonna present the news article. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ah. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought I could, I could be a witness to the murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and... What? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who was shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but it should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Yeah, make her show it. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Okay. We still cannot see who is firing in this. I remember a detail. In fact... yeah, there it is. Bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Left hand in the photograph. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. There is. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. Nope. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness, not a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo, somewhere. There is. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? I don't know what I should do here. Wait! Your Honor, this evidence... I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. Yeah, I was gonna try to show the gun. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. Okay. I see no point. Okay, object to the enlargement. Your Honor, there's something decidedly strange with this enlargement. There it is. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Good night, Ducky. Have a wonderful night. Get some good sleep. And I will see you around. Here, Your Honor. The shooter. I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. There it is. Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. He has been using his left hand, hasn't he? Order, order. So you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. So very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound revealed the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There's no way it could have been suicide. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. He said greater than a meter. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Boom! Okay, we got through day 1 of court. Defendant lobby number 2. Oh, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm gonna go check on Maya. Oh. Right? What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Again, the gun says it was fired, or the evidence from the gun says it was fired 3 times. She only heard 2 bangs. It was fired 3 times. She didn't hear the kill shot. Or maybe she didn't hear the kill shot. I don't know. Alright, this is a good break point. So I am going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'm going to go ahead and jump over here. Get some music playing for y'all. Get some broadside, yeah. And, yep, if you need to stretch your legs, grab a drink, grab a snack, touch some grass, whatever you need to do, I will be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, coming back now. Sorry about that. I really needed a snack. Got a quick snack and ate it up. All right, back into the game. Maya. Hey, Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Okay. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Ew. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something? Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried, I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. My mother. Now that I've shown her the picture, I'm not so sure it was the right thing to do. Oh, spirit medium. She wanted to train under waterfalls. Yeah. Got more investigation here, huh? Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene again today. Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? Okay, Azzy. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. I bet he wouldn't help them build the case against Edgeworth. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. I haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Keonce. Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today, too. Police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Alright. Go in the woods. Hey, there's Gumshoe. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. The trial today, Yes? What about the trial? Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks. Detective Gumshoe. Any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? It sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right, he said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard of anything about, or never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now, you can see it in his eyes. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet. That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff, I'll be honest with you, pal, I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know. I'm gonna head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail gonna be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. And go pick her up. Hey, Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. What do you think we should do next? We're kind of lacking in the clues department. We could go to the park and look for Gordy. I was kidding. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good a bet as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there? Sure. Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm and they keep it very clean. I meant, have you noticed anything about the case? Well, not much more than that, no. She's probably still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone. Alright, back to the park. Uh-huh. There aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Lotta. Y'all really did it today. Well, what did we do now? Nah, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking, a little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lotta, so you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness, even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? They're talking like they're in America, like you're just gonna witness a fucking murder. It's not gonna happen. What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figure, the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and a rocket to stardom. Alright, Lotta, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see... Actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey, I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Wasn't expecting that. Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not? What do we do, Nick? I need more info. Let's do a deal. We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Whoa, Gordy? But Gordy is, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something, y'all come to me first, got it? Okay. Right, see y'all later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay, and how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? Okay. What's that? The Steel Samurai, Nick? Yo, Maya. Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Keonce's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here, it would be, like, really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow. That's real impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. Yo, Nick, what happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh. Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. When did you get that big thing? Huh? Oh, the big guy? I've had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh. And here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I'm seeing something. I guess it's good advertising. Something about this Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me. Huh? Really? It looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really. True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. These Steel Samurai founds are obviously in a league of their own. What's this machine? That's a compressor. I use it to fill up that balloon there with air. Huh, neat. Just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. Flags look sadly out of place here, flapping listlessly back and forth in a cold wind. Festival atmosphere. Or the eyeglasses? What? This is not relevant. What the heck is it? Yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm looking at that, you know, where it's circled on the arm and everything, right? And then, either the Steel Samurai hand with a fan, or his other hand, maybe. Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Okay, yeah, we did that already. I'll present him this. Oh, nope. Checking out the map. That's the guy that's selling my dogs faster than I can cook them. Do you think Gordy really exists? Nah, I think somebody probably saw something else that they just thought was Gordy. But I'll keep selling samurai dogs until the truth's out. I'm gonna go to the woods and see. Hey, y'all. Well, y'all find anything out about Gordy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at nighttime. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, no you don't. No sneezing. Achoo. She set the camera off again. I told y'all, no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. It'll trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film? Nick, pay the lady. That's fine. Yeah. What are you gonna do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. I'm gonna go to the boat docks again. Oh, something else here. Cool. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. There are some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. No, that's not any different. There's more forest off that way. Alice didn't see the signpost. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. Missed the benches. Hey, Nick, benches. Let's take a break. Maybe have a dog? I think not. It's too cold to sit and eat hot dogs out here. Wimpy city boy. You should try standing under a freezing waterfall sometime. I can't get over the samurai dogs. The original samurai dogs, no less. Hey man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign? Hey, good idea. What have I done? Wait, there's... Maybe I have to move elsewhere? I'm a little stumped as to how to continue. Just gonna run here real quick. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. How was the investigation proceeding? It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident, and the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case, Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? Are you out of your minds? You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me, then? Oh, Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotto. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. See, pal, sorry for shouting at you. Okay, I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gordy. Uh-huh. I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile. Missile? He's a K9 police dog, still in training. Missile! Missile! Here, boy! This is Shiba. Here he is. Hey, he's cute! Look, Nick, cute dog. Cute dog. And this will help us out. Next secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe. We're looking for a monster. Yeah! How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. Oh, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Oh my goodness, Tira, thank you so much for the raid. Oh, you're so awesome, thank you. And now oh. Yep, I looked at the screen. Here, let me jump up here real quick. And I'm gonna do this just so I can... Give me just a second. I need to get something playing back here again. We'll do this. All right. Again, welcome in, Raiders. Oh, thank you. All my cactuses. Love them. Yeah, my name is Raven. This is Raven's Retro Corner, where we... You know, I literally meant you were in the background, yes. We love all things retro. Retro music formats. Like, that is a crate full of vinyl records sitting on top of a cabinet full of vinyl records, and behind it is a bunch of CDs. I play older games generally, not exclusively, but yeah. And yeah. I've actually... A vinyl record stream would be amazing. If I can think about planning that out. We'll figure that out. Um, yeah, I've never actually been raided before. This is my first raid, I think. Maybe. No, I think last time. I don't know. Anyway, Tira, you were making paint on stream, right? I did keep on catching glimpses out the corner of my eye. Was it another body doubling slash co-working stream? Hi, Chris. Welcome in. You trying to restock, or do you have an order? I'm being nosy at this point. Coughed and yelled at the pups tonight. Got an order and need to restock. There we go. Alrighty, well, yeah, we're playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney tonight, and we're in the fourth trial, Turnabout Goodbyes, which in the original Game Boy Advance version, because I'm playing on the trilogy on Switch, the original GBA version only had these 4 cases on it. There is a 5th case that was added for the Nintendo DS release and has maintained on every re-release of it. Yeah, this game is ridiculous, but it's so good. All right, but speaking of, Tira, if you need to de-stream, we do something about that cough because I know you're sick. Yeah, yeah, practice self-care, do what you got to do. Thank you for bringing the community over. It's funny because I was on my laptop casting to that screen, but yeah, it means I raided into myself because I was lurking there too. Yeah, let's jump back over to the game here. Yeah, Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. It might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? I appreciate you, Tira. I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either, for the totally opposite reason. Oh, well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. I'm gonna borrow the metal detector, I think. Can we borrow that metal detector? Sure thing, pal. I'm not sure what we're going to find with this. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything! I mean, if it makes a big bang when it surfaces... Let's go back, I guess. I'm not... Let's... Yeah, nothing has changed here. I do say a big bang. In fact, I can prove it. Oh. Nope. This way. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't actually show the text, but yeah, they said there was a loud noise when Gordy appeared. I'm gonna go over here. Uh-huh. That was a metal detector. Nick, it's beeping. The metal detector's found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Why do I have to check it out? Nick. Look. Huh? An air tank? Huh, the valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags? Well, we might as well take it with us now that we found it. It's heavy. Air tank of dubious value retrieved. Love it. Yeah. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Have you seen this before? Huh? Me? No, never. Who the heck would go diving in the middle of the winter? There's something about the way his eye twitched when I showed him the tank. I think I'd better pursue this line of questioning a little further. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry. Is it yours? Say, is this air tank yours? Why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there. Must be a coincidence. There's strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? That big puffy steel samurai. Now, why would you go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always used was on the fritz, so I tried using the tank to inflate it just once. And it didn't go so well, as I suspected. It didn't go so well? Yeah. Do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us! Fine. Whatever. It's like what I said, the compressor was busted, so I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then... blam! The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket, and it took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake, so I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kiyase gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. Flew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it. He was on the lake the night of the 24th. The night before last was the night of the murder. Oh my god. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Alrighty. Got it. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? Lotta, there is no such thing as Gordy. What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof Gordy don't exist? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist is here. Of course I have proof. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Take that! Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot, who happens to be a friend of mine, tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and then when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently, it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. A bang? The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait. So you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay, you win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Poor Lotta. Oh. So tell us this information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta, we will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know? Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Oh, interesting. Bye now, y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Yeah. Alright. Hey, Nick. This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Can I move inside of it? Yeah, caretakers. Oh. Allergy pill time. You can just pull that out real quick. Alright. Alarm is kind of loud, even though my phone is on silent. Alright. Meg, that you? Yeah. Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. He just staggers back and forth. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg? Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone? Pasta? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello. Nick, what was that? A parrot, the one on that perch. Keith. Yes. I'll leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. Nick, what's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello. Yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. A pasta shop? Yep, to think. The wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Meg? Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy? Meg! Yes? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course. Everybody knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Though now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. But this old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. Examine everything. Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. We can sit down with our clients snug and warm and drink hot cocoa. And what, talk about murders? Aw, you're a party pooper, Nick. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me. What, you forgot, Meg? You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly, how you been? Hello, hello. See? Neat, so the parrot's name is Polly. Okay. Too bad all she can say is hello. Well, Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly, squawk. Cute. Maya's found a new friend. Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who'd keep things tidy like that. You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Nothing there. Wow, there are lots of various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there? Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Look, a little safe. It's locked. Wow, he has a television in here, too. This fishing pole looks expensive. Okay, I gotta present something to him to make him talk. Present the badge. Why not? This guy always takes forever to talk to as well, because he has to wake up every goddamn time. That a lawyer's badge? Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. Interesting. I get it. Huh? Yep. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Nick, now's our chance to clear things up. Sir? No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg, either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on the lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. Sure. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say, you too, Meg? Yes? You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, hello. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, Squawk. Alright. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. Okay. I'm gonna examine that safe now that we got the number. Look, a little safe. Now don't you go opening people's safes without their permission, Meg. Maybe later. Later? Present this. Yep, I seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes? It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this? Yep, the other night, out on the lake. Yes? Yes? I know all about that. I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. Alright. Forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Yep. It was after midnight, but okay. And I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang! A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yep. What did he say? Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. Fucker. We need to know earlier than that. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, that kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out his face. He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh, wait, I had one more question. Huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? What? Don't forget DL6, Squawk. Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6. What? The DL6 incident? Hey, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh. What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Alright. Let's go talk to Gumshoe. Looks like Edgeworth is in questioning. I didn't mean to go to the detention center. Criminal Affairs Department. That's where. Hey, pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh, yeah? The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you... That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Present the bird. What's that? Parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6, Squawk. Huh? I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? Yes. I get you. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Yeah, Gumshoe, my boy! All right, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Okay, he doesn't have any more dialogue. Records room. Wow, it's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary, found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That would be scary like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh, it sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the third person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick? Are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Alright. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Alrighty. Alright, so we are definitely going to save here. I think it's going to switch to day 3 trial. Yep, so I'm officially farther on this file than on this one, which is good because I can't remember anything about this one because it was almost 3 years ago. At any rate, this is probably... Wow, loud starting line. Probably a good place to call it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to find someone chill to send us into, see if anyone I'm following is live. No, right here there's not anyone. I don't really want any spoilers for the game, if anybody else is playing this game. So instead of raiding out, I think we are just going to call it a night. Want to thank everyone for hanging out. Want to thank Tira for the raid, Mr. Frightful and Keleth for the follows. We will be back Thursday for the second part of the trial of Miles Edgeworth. And I hope you all have a wonderful